Hi, this is Nick Forster. This week in eTown, we're going to revisit one of our favorite shows, and it starts right now.
From eTown Hall in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, it's eTown. Our guests this week are, from Marfa, Texas and Los Angeles, California, Jess Williamson, wildfire expert Rod Moraga, and from Nova Scotia, Canada, brushfire recording artist Bahamas. I'm Helen Forster. Join me now in welcoming our host, Nick Forster.
Thank you, Ellen. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to eTown Hall. We are ready for some fun. We have all the stuff. We have food for thought. We have music for your ears. We have a great little stuff to serve you this week here in eTown. Jess Williamson is here. Just barely made it because she was traveling and had a crazy, wild travel day and got here just in the nick of time. She's just put out her 5th studio record. Great balance of kind of rootsy and dreamy and love songs, and perfect, straight up her alley. And speaking of weird weather and weird travel days, we've all been affected by weird weather. We've also all been affected by fires one way or the other, and it's a thing that's happening more frequently. It's just a part of the modern reality. I know that Canadian Wildfire Smoke was introducing all the people in the northeastern parts of the United States to what that feels like to be really affected by wildfires, which I think they hadn't really figured out before that, so now they know too. And we're going to learn more about that. We have an expert about fire with us this week. Rod Moraga is here, and he's going to tell us more. I want to mention that Bahamas has been here before. Since that time, he has moved full-time to Nova Scotia. He continues to write and record and tour and be a family man. In fact, he's got his whole family with him this week. He's recorded a new record that has a few more country vibes than I'm used to, and it's cool, and I think maybe that's a reflection of his new experience up there, but it sounds good, and we're going to get to play a bunch of those songs. We like it. We like that sound. We're really glad he could join us. He's brought along 2 singers, Felicity and Robin, and we're glad they're here. Would you please help me welcome back to eTown, Bahamas.
Right on. Pleasure to be here.
Darling, I would love to see. I wonder what the world could be if you would only give to me half your love. I don't need the whole damn case. Most of it will go to waste. Yeah, I just need a little taste of half your love. Half your love, I fought to get you. Half your love, ever since I met you. Half your love is twice as much as I'm ever gonna need. People say that less is more. Mama, less is what I'm fighting for. And honey, you could end this war with half your love. Nothing's clear. 2 of us could disappear. No, we don't need a reason just because. letting go of everything. I could fly on one good wing. There's dreams enough with only half your love. People say that it's good to wait. I don't wanna wait, for goodness sake. I promise I would only take half your love, half your love, half your love.
Right on. Well, as Nick said in the introduction there, I do have some new music. I have a new album coming in September, and I'm excited to play some of those songs later in the set. But I'm sure I don't have to explain to you why I didn't tour much on my last album. Came out in 2020. When did it come out? I don't know when it came out. Anyway, I didn't do much playing there for a few years, so I feel like it's an opportunity for me to promote 2 records tonight. And there is someone here from my record label, so he'd probably appreciate that. It's available on compact disc and a variety of other formats. And we have a lot of unsold copies. Anyway, so I'll do another song. That last song and this next song here are both from this Sad Hunk record that I did a few years ago. And yeah, I know there were dozens of people that liked it when it came out. It was... The song's called Not Cool Anymore, and it's just about getting older and sort of taking things a little less seriously, music and yourself and all things like that. It goes like this. How does it go? It goes like this. That sounds like the last song. Right? Same thing. All my songs are the same.
Not even saying that I was before. Not hanging on to my youth, getting long in the tooth, and trying not to keep score. Not cool anymore. Maybe I was when I was 24. Seems to me that there used to be people to see. All around me, only open doors. Now everyone around me seems to have forgotten all about their dreams. I guess they must have lied when they said the music died. No, the music just forgot about me. Not cool anymore.
Afie Jurvanen, welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Bahamas.
Pleasure.
Good to have you back. Not cool anymore? I don't know. What do you think? It's different being a little older. You talk about how you were cool when you were 24. What was it like when you were 24?
I was very not cool. I was not cool at all in high school, and I'm so grateful that I found music because it gave me a lot of confidence just to put myself out in the world. And it's also, as you know, just sort of comes with a whole social component too. So for those of us that are a little more introverted, it's good because it sort of forces you to kind of meet people and learn how to relate to people. And
But
just
wasn't there the coolest like music scene in Toronto where everybody knew each other and you're all kind of playing with each other and
Well,
getting
see,
out?
that's the great thing about Wikipedia is I didn't grow up in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
And no, I grew up in about an hour north of Toronto in a town called Barrie, Ontario, which a lot of people lovingly refer to as the armpit of Canada.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up there, it was a wonderful place to be a kid. I was fishing and riding my bicycle and throwing rocks at things that I climbing fences and stuff. And then as soon as I became a teenager and got into art and music, suddenly it was the most horrible place to be because there was about 6 other people who were interested in what I seemingly was interested in. So
And school was not like your sweet spot.
I did not graduate from high school. I received an honorary high school diploma later in life, which one of my daughters was there when she was. It was quite a sweet, actually. My mother was there. And
A kind of vindication.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I kind of realized how useless it was, dude.
Yeah.
But I think
Sweet, but useless.
You know, if
yeah.
I'm being completely honest, I think they rejigged the numbers a little bit. And they have some new way of calculating the credits, so they're like, actually, you did graduate.
They lowered
like
the bar, yeah.
In like 2014 terms or
Yeah.
whatever, you're smart as the rest of us or whatever.
That's very
But,
sad. Yeah.
Well,
That's very
it says
sad.
a lot about some. You know, we probably shouldn't wade into that subject.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But let me ask you also, because your family's
let's cut that
Finnish.
part out, shall we?
No. Listen, we'll figure it all out.
All right,
but
all right.
but your family's. Let's follow up on that a little
Sure,
bit here.
sure.
Instead, your family's from Finland,
They are.
and so when you were a kid, you spent some time in Finland with all your cousins.
I did. I spent a lot of time there. My mother's from Finland.
Yeah.
My mother actually was Miss Finland in like 19 something.
Wow.
That was like the least impressive thing about my mom's life,
Yeah.
for the record. But anyway, she moved to Canada, and she raised my siblings and I as a single mother. And we grew up pretty humble, pretty meager, you know, more than most and less than most. So I don't know how you say it, but anyway, they used to call it poor, but we don't say poor anymore. You say low income now. I don't know how you say that. That's the way we grew up.
But when you got to Finland and you saw your cousins.
But I was getting to that
Yeah.
before you started talking.
Yeah, right. I was trying to save you.
I know. I was wading into some dark territory.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that to say was that my mother sort of figured out it was cheaper to fly me by myself to Finland than to pay for childcare
Wow.
or like summer camp or whatever.
Yeah.
So on the last day of school, she would send me on a plane. At that point, you know, parents were a little bit different back then. They would ship their children off internationally unsupervised. And I loved it. I got to go in the cockpit back then, and they would give you endless ice cream and stuff, and I had a little special hat that I wore. And so as like an 8-year-old, I would just go to Finland for 2 months.
The international aspect must have been cool, though, because when you came back to your armpit of Canada town as an 8-year-old, having spent a couple months in Finland, you knew some tricks. You knew some things that your buddies didn't know. You were exposed to different things. And
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's so easy as an adult to sort of decide what the narrative of your life is. Because you can decide it can be whatever you want it to be, you know? And I could decide that my story is a tragedy or it's some sort of triumph. I rose from the ashes or something, you know? I'm sure I had so many advantages because of that. But I don't know if I was ever really aware of them. And I'm probably still trying to figure that out as an adult and will be for my whole life, you know? So
I noticed you do have an appreciation for, if not a fascination, with ice cream. So that may have started in
that's
Finland.
kind of why we moved to Nova Scotia, frankly. They have this very special ice cream out there called Privateer's Bounty. And I was telling my friends in Toronto about this ice cream. Nobody seemed to care all that much. But anyway, eventually we entered in some real estate situations and we sold our house and we moved out there. And I went up to the corner store and I said, "Do you have any Privateer's Bounty?" And the guy said, "I think we have some in the back somewhere." And he went in the back and he says, "It's not very popular. You can just have whatever's left." And he had this big bucket. I ran home. I decanted it into these smaller vessels. And I was phoning people in Toronto trying to tell them, they're just giving this stuff away. You guys gotta get out here. The houses are cheap. It's insane.
Ice cream's free.
It's crazy. If most of you work from home, just come live in Halifax and do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
I love Halifax, actually.
Yeah, it's a
I
good town.
hitchhiked there when I was 17 years old and found myself falling in with some like street musicians, and was offered a spot on a Canadian television show.
Which one?
I have no idea,
Don
because
Messer's Jubilee?
could have easily been Don Messer's Jubilee, but when they found out I wasn't Canadian, the offer was rescinded.
Well, we have a lot of Canadian content laws that
Exactly.
prohibit guys like you
I realized it was affirmative action of one
coming
kind
in
or
and taking
another.
our jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. But I did have a wonderful time there. And let me just quickly talk about, you made a record, and to me this record has a little more of a country vibe. It's maybe just because the pedal steel and the feel of it is it just feels sweet. It has a kind of a sweet vibe to it.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm very proud of the songs that kind of put together for this record. But basically, the whole thing kind of came together because, believe it or not, I keep on getting asked to go down to Nashville and write songs for other people. And I'm so terrible at it. I've tried it a couple times, and I enjoyed the experience. I love the songwriting. I love the narrative applications. Like I just love the traditions and all that stuff about country music that we all love. And the timing just felt good. I had done this thing during the lockdown, this sort of virtual album called Live to Tape, where we recorded with musicians all over the world, and one of them was a Nashville session.
Yeah.
And at that point, I decided that I'm going to employ some serious age discrimination when I make my next record. And I told my manager I only want to work with people who are in their 70s or older. And it's getting harder to do that. Anyway, we
There's a kind of a narrow window that, you know.
As you can tell, I'm not prepared to talk about or promote this record at all. We just decided yesterday, you know what? Who cares? Let's just play some new songs.
Yeah.
We've never played any of these tunes since I recorded them, so we're going to see what happens. But anyway, I recorded in Nashville with octogenarians, and if you like slow, sort of boring music, then there's some of it coming out, and I hope you'll enjoy it.
I called it sweet. I called it sweet. Yeah, it's got a sweetness to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have a lot more music to get to, and
I should probably stop talking, frankly.
I think we're gonna play.
Let's do it. Let's try a new one.
All right, let's hear some more music. Welcome back, Bahamas.
All right, this song's about ice cream.
Pretend that there's a song in my guitar. Should I go up to my room, or should I stay here at the bar? After searching for the sound, I put the wood and steel down, having not got far. Sometimes I swear I hear it ringing in my ears, but to try too hard to find it is the sum of all my fears. I let the chorus be the hearse for every dead, forgotten verse I've carried through the years. It's like the perfect melody is hidden in a tune, and every misplaced note, the ones I stole, the ones I wrote, all just self-inflicted wounds. Memory as an instrument is flawed. It lets me live inside the dream I swear I saw. Don't try to polish up what should stay raw. It's just a song. tourist trap. Every musical mistake, every bad middle eight just leaves me flat. So if you've got it in you, I can get it out, and it can't be a sin to live with one's own doubts. When the taper starts a-rolling, you shouldn't scream or shout, just sing your heart out. It's like the perfect melody is hidden in a tune, and every misplaced note, the ones I stole, the ones I wrote, all just self-inflicted wounds. Memory as an instrument is flawed. It lets me live inside the dream I swear I saw. Don't try to polish up what should stay raw. It's just a song. Don't have to think that every note is wrong. It's just a song.
Thank you.
That's Bahamas. Afie Jurvanen along with Felicity Williams and Robin Dan and the eTones, Braxton Kahn, Eric Moon, Kevin Johnson, Cooper Dickerson on the steel. They'll be back to play some more music later on in the show.
Your visit to eTown is made possible in part by the Scientific and Cultural Facilities District, or SCFD, one of the largest cultural funding mechanisms in the United States, supporting nearly 300 organizations in the greater Denver area. By the way, there are over 2,000 videos on the eTown YouTube channel to check out. You can also subscribe there in order to stay up to date with our latest video offerings. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. You are listening to eTown. Bahamas is going to be back. They'll be back later on to play some more music. Coming up, Jess Williamson is here, really talented singer and songwriter, originally from Texas. She's going to be out to play some songs from her newest record, which is called Time Ain't Accidental. I was talking about the wildfire season getting longer and more widespread, and of course, it is scary and destructive, and it's a byproduct of the climate crisis, but I figured we'd also learn a little bit about it, so I asked an expert, and we have one. Rod Moraga has been working in natural resource management for over 30 years. He was the CEO of Anchor Point Group Wildfire Consulting, focused on fire behavior modeling and forest management. He's a former ranger supervisor, forest and fire ecologist, and prescribed fire manager. He serves as operations chief and on the Rocky Mountain Complex Incident Management Team as a fire behavior analyst. He's also a volunteer firefighter with the Left Hand Fire Protection District. Please welcome to eTown, Rod Moraga. Welcome, Rod. Thanks for joining us. You got a degree in forestry from Rutgers, is that right?
I got a degree in forestry, but between my junior and senior year, I did an internship out here on the White River. And without me knowing, when you sign up to be a forest technician, it actually means you're going to be a firefighter. So I actually got into firefighting without wanting to.
Wow.
And that changed my path because, as it was, the '88 Yellowstone fires were happening that summer. And so we talked a lot about letting things burn, and that changed my career path completely into fire ecology and fire modeling and fire behavior.
Yeah. And I imagine the fundamentals are pretty much the same. We've got, dry forests and lightning strikes have been happening for millions of years. But what, in your mind, are the big drivers that have changed things lately?
Well, one, there's houses in the way now.
Right.
Obviously, the development into the forests and around the forests, and not just forests, obviously, all vegetation types. Most ecosystems in the world are fire dependent. They just have different cycles.
Meaning it's better for them when there's burning from time to time.
Absolutely, yeah. They need fire in order to invigorate and grow and stay as healthy ecosystems.
That's interesting. And I guess the other thing that's changed is...
Well, the climate has definitely changed the way our seasons go as far as fire seasons. They've extended our seasons no matter what happens, because right now we've got a lot of rain here locally. That means more vegetation, but all that vegetation goes dormant, and then we have a fall fire season. So.
Yeah. Now, speaking of houses in fire-prone areas, you lost your house to a wildfire.
I did, yeah. I lost my house in the 4 Mile Fire in 2010.
Yeah. And so you're a guy who knows all about it. So are there things looking back that you woulda, shoulda, coulda?
The word irony comes to mind.
Yeah?
Yes, I was an expert in these things, and yet my home did burn, and that speaks to the change. I did all of your typical defensible space things that need to be done, but defensible space, for those of you who don't know what it is, but the idea is to mitigate or reduce some of the vegetation around your property in order to reduce the intensity of the fire. Not put it out, not stop it, but reduce the intensity, which gives the opportunity for firefighters to make a stand at your house. Well, that was a great model in the old days when it was 1 or maybe 5 houses being threatened. But the issue we have now is that the way these fires are burning now so intensely, we'll have 1,000 homes threatened at once. Yeah. So defensible space isn't enough if no one is there to put the fire out. So.
Yeah. So it sounds a little hopeless, like there's not really that much you can do to this natural cycle.
Well,
So,
there is.
Yeah.
There is.
Let me ask you what that is.
Okay. Thank you for asking. So I think there's different levels. Okay, so if you're already here, you've already got a property, then the best thing you can do is harden the home. And what we mean by that is fire-resistant construction. There's just some materials that are far better than others in terms of how they're going to withstand heat and embers. But I think bigger picture, we have to start thinking about zoning and planning. Right. That's the place where it starts. We need to not build in really fire-prone areas.
Yeah. I don't want to think of it as being futile because I'm still committed to it and have been for decades, but I still feel like it's important to think about our carbon footprints and just like imagine ways in which we might be able to live a little lighter on the planet. What do you think?
Absolutely, yes. I rode my bike here.
Yeah, oh, cool.
We have to change our attitude towards this because nature will always try to find balance, and that's not always pretty. In our time scale, it's pretty abrupt and harsh. So the things we're seeing, all these natural hazard events, are just the way of nature trying to get itself back to balance. And if we want it to subside, we're going to have to do something about it.
Something dramatic, yeah. If anybody's listening and they want to see for themselves ways that they can be smarter about this kind of stuff, is there a website, any place they can go, or are there resources that are easily available?
Firewise.org would be a good national website that has a lot of good information. Locally, either the State Forest Service or the Division of Fire Prevention and Control.
In each state has one?
Pretty much, yeah.
Firewise.org was the first one?
Yes.
Great. Well, listen, I appreciate your sharing your information and your expertise, but almost more than that, I really appreciate the fact that you're a firefighter. You're out there, I'm sure you have many harrowing tales to tell about fires that grew around you that you didn't expect.
There's been a few close calls, but...
Yeah. Well, listen, we all benefit from guys like you out there willing to fight these fires, so I thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
Rod Moraga, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks.
As I mentioned, we're going to have more music from Bahamas before long. Right now, I want to tell you that Jess Williamson is here. She grew up in Texas. She got started making music when she was in college at UT in Austin. She started out by taking banjo lessons and having her own radio show. So those are not typical beginning stories, origin stories. Then she moved to New York to study photography at Parsons. She put her first band together there, and then moved back to Texas. Eventually, a move to L.A. kind of brought her to where she is now, having just released a beautiful record, her 5th studio record. She too put out an album just in 2020, just when she couldn't tour behind it, but now she's got another one. This one is called Time Ain't Accidental. Really happy she's here. Please welcome to eTown for her first visit, Jess Williamson.
Thanks so much. I'm going to do a song for y'all off my record that came out in May of 2020. The record's called Sorceress, and this song is called Wind on Tin. Southbound 90, past a locked up luxury store. Tourists take photographs, you're not a tourist here no more. They're taxing the adobe now that the money moved into town. Chasing a legend, but one less legend is raking the grounds. Helpless, 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 we all sang along. There is a braid that binds us and his thread ain't gone. Heard a sound so heavenly where the angels singing just for us. Or is that what the wind out here does haunting? I heard God. I heard God. I heard God. I heard God. Nothing'll get you like seeing a cowboy cry. Nothing'll get you like seeing a cowboy cry. I heard God. I heard God. I heard God. I heard God. Thank you so much. I had a new record come out. It's called Time Ain't Accidental. And I'm gonna do a song from that album for y'all now. This one's called God and Everything. The boys back home all worship, Dylan in towns, and they're at Justine's 'cause it's after hours. They'll drink from your peaches, they come into your house. So tired from the workday, babe, I just need to lay down. Well, I see God in everything, from my window to the breeze, in his bedroom by the candlelight, when I'm down on my knees. When I look in the mirror, I kinda look like you. When I'm saying my prayers, I still bleed with the moon. Guess I'm going of the women in boots with their long hair and tassels, Lord, they got nothing to lose. Did you see or appreciate the wisdom in me? Was I something for you to play with? Did I say the wrong things? Did you notice how I serve my tea? Well, I see God in everything, from my window to the breeze, in his bedroom by the candlelight, when I'm down on my knees. When I look in the mirror, I kinda look like you. When I'm saying my prayers, I still bleed with the moon. Guess I'm going my own way too.
Jess Williamson, welcome to eTown.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This
We
is so
wanna,
cool. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, we want to get to know you a little bit. It seems like this moment is, it's your 5th record, but it seems like now people are kind of noticing, like, great press and Rolling Stone and all this stuff. It's like Jess Williamson's arrived.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't help putting out a record in the middle of COVID.
No.
My last one kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah.
Just wasn't a convenient time for new music.
I don't know. I want to say that your previous record, Sorceress, wasn't apologetic, but it was tender in certain ways that felt like maybe it was almost a breakup record or something like that. But is that fair? I don't know.
No, I love this. It's true. I mean, that record was written kind of in the last gasps of a relationship. And then by the time the record came out, the relationship was over and it was COVID. And I was kind of faced with like lockdown and being single for the first time in so long and being really heartbroken, and also bummed that I was having to cancel all my tours. And
That sounds like good song fodder. though.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I had nothing but time and
Yeah.
like a lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
And I was really motivated to just write a lot of songs.
Yeah. And I guess I want to know, when you were there and stuck in LA, did you feel the difference between being alone and being lonely? Did you make that distinction?
What was cool about that time is I realized that if I embraced the solitude, it wasn't so lonely, really. I
Yeah.
think the anxiety, thinking that you're going to be lonely, is actually worse than the reality of just being by yourself.
Yeah.
And, I should say I wasn't always alone. I had a couple other friends that were in my pod that also lived by themselves. The other single people kind of all found each other a little bit. So I had, a couple of friends I would go on walks with and stuff like that.
Did you eventually do dating apps and stuff like
Yes.
that? You did. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that-
I'd never done that before. And then,
Neither have I, actually.
yeah. I mean, it was, it's funny. That was also good song fodder. So,
yeah. Talking about fires, was it Tinder? Was that the one you're using?
that very brief.
Yeah, okay.
That was the scary one.
Yeah. Anyway, I do want to ask you about how the early you, when you're a college kid, and you were drawn to the banjo.
Yeah.
What made you find the banjo as your instrument for self-expression?
When I was in college, a friend of mine had a house show, and this local Austin guy named Ralph White played, and he plays the banjo. And I'd never seen it played that way. He has this incredible style that's really unique to him. And I was enraptured by that. And the next day, Googled like banjo lessons in Austin.
Wow.
And found this place, South Austin Music.
Yeah,
It's
of
a
course.
music store.
Yeah.
And found my teacher, Eddie Collins. And it was really affordable. And like to my surprise, he had an opening, and I just showed up and
Oh, that's
started taking
awesome.
lessons.
Yeah. So you showed up in New York City going to Parsons and studying photography with the banjo in hand.
I know, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was like a fish out of water.
In a way, but it's also sort of like the hippest hipster in Brooklyn would probably be doing that.
There's such a history of folk music in New York too,
Hey,
you know?
that's where I come from, and yeah, that's how I got exposed to folk music and
That's cool.
all that stuff. Well, the journey continues, and now you went out to LA. Now you're back in Marfa.
Well, I'm splitting time between LA and Marfa, Texas now. Yeah.
And Marfa's a super art-centric town. It's kind of an island unto itself, isn't
Absolutely. People that live there call it like being on the island. And when you got to get out of town, you got to get off the island every now and then.
it? Yeah. And so, when you normally tour, are you touring with a band or?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just about to wrap up a little over 3 week tour with my band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have your band with us this week, but we have our band.
I know, it's awesome.
So we should
Yeah.
eventually play some music together.
I would love to.
Welcome back to eTown, Jess Williamson. Thanks.
This next one, it's another one off my new record, and it's called Hunter. I've been thrown to the wolves and they ate me raw. Worked both sides at the Shangri-La. Thrown back a few more and I mopped up the floors. It's a life of delusion and love is the cure. Remember when it was for fun and for free. All of my visions, they danced around me. When you're young, you'll live through hell for the dream, but hell is a real place. I wanna be her, not a piece of glass. We win 100 down the highway. I've been known to move a little fast. I'm a hunter for the real thing. My love is pure as the universe, honest as an ashtray. Baby, it's fine, I'd have blown your mind, but I guess I'm gonna give you space. Beautiful people, eternally young. City of angels get stuck in your lungs. So I don't check the weather in Texas no more. I just close my eyes. When you walk as a woman who's only known love, it's easy to miss the signs. You bow down to me like I was sent from above, but who's in your bed tonight? I wanna be her, not a piece of glass. We win 100 down the
That's Jess Williamson from Texas and Los Angeles. Time Ain't Accidental is her new record, along with eTones. Jess Williamson will be back at the very end of the show. We've got more music coming up from Bahamas after a short break.
Your visit to eTown is made possible with support from the Sage Foundation, the Cielo Foundation, the Scintilla Foundation, the City of Boulder's Office of Arts and Culture, and our members, our citizens, and listeners like you. By the way, did you know that eTown is produced by a nonprofit organization committed to bringing people together through music and conversation? For over 3 decades, we've been on the air celebrating all the things we have in common and highlighting ways in which we can treat each other and the planet better. If you'd like to learn more about eTown or to get involved, please visit etown.org. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. I want to say hello to our listeners who are hearing eTown right now on stations like KROV in Oroville, California, on WKZE in Red Hook and throughout the Hudson Valley, and on KMSU in Mankato, Minnesota. As always, if you want some more information, you want to learn more about what's happening at eTown, or you want to find out how to get tickets to a live show, so much is online at etown.org. Okay, we learned a little bit about fire. We learned a little about Jess Williamson, who's kind of new. We got to revisit with Afie and decide exactly where the interest in ice cream comes from. We can each draw our own conclusions about that. But the songs are strong, and we're glad we got more coming. Would you please welcome back to the stage Bahamas?
And so, I like to evolve as a songwriter. We're going to do a song now about gelato and bring the band out. It's pretty strong. You really just give me a whole thing to run with here, at the risk of ruining the whole show.
Was it going on behind my back? On second thought, don't tell me that. No, I don't need to know all the facts. I just need to know. What is the price for doing well? Should I feel bad that I can't tell? I felt guilty there for a spell, but now I need to know. Am I wasting my time? Ooh. Is there some trick to being happy? Most days I'm feeling like a half me, and feel that life is moving past me. Yeah, I only told you 'cause you asked me. What is the story of the hour? Of one man's privilege and his power. how it turns to sweet love or so sour. Still I need to know. Am I wasting my time? Ooh, is there some trick to being happy? Most days I'm feeling like a half me, and feel that life is moving past me. Yeah, I only told you 'cause you asked me. And feel that life is moving past me. I only told you 'cause you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right on. Thanks so much.
This one's just about trying to put love out in the world. Here it goes.
Think about it with an open mind. If you do, I think you might find there's no need to be so unkind to someone with a bad idea. I know that we're beating the odds just by being alive. Not saying we should break any laws. I ain't afraid of nothing 'cause I know I got nothing to hide. You might say, born stuck in my ways, or you might be somebody just like me. If all the news that I read is free, I can make my own reality. One and one could never make three, but they tell me that the times have changed. I know that we're beating the odds just by being alive. Not saying we should break any law. I ain't afraid of nothing, yes I know I got nothing to hide. You might say, born stuck in my ways, or you might be somebody just like me. Thanks so much.
That's Bahamas. Afie Jurvanen along with Felicity Williams and Robin Dan, plus the house band, eTown's Braxton Kahn, Eric Moon on the keys, Kevin Johnson on the bass, newcomer Cooper Dickerson on the pedal steel. The record is called Boot Cut. We're gonna do one more song and get everybody out here on stage to do this last number for you. I want to thank all our guests, of course, Jess Williamson coming in from Texas via South Dakota on her way to LA. Thanks to Bahamas coming from Canada at the end of their tour. Thanks to the eTones. Thanks to Rod Moraga for coming and helping us learn more about the intensity of fires and how they happen and what we can do about them if we can. Thanks to the house band and to Helen Forster. Thanks to our engineers and our volunteers. Thanks to all of you for being a part of the audience this week. We're going to leave you with a song that was written by John Prine and made famous actually by other people. I'm Nick Forster. Hope you can be with us next week right here in eTown.
I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel, fires from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time. No matter how I tried, the years just flow by like a broke down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living, just a hard way to go.
This is a production of eTown.